Gone are those days when we used to write long letters to our friends and family members, applications for requests, and official letters. All those are now replaced by emails. So in this video today, we are going to learn about email writing, how to write an effective email. Before I start, I would like to request all of you to subscribe my channel. In case you like the video, give a thumbs up and please share it with your friends. So here we start with email writing. The full form of email is electronic mail. It is the way of sending and receiving messages anywhere in the world using internet. It is one of the fastest modes of communication these days. It is just one click away. So in case you need to send some urgent message, if you need to convey something to somebody and you want to do it very fast, email is one of the fastest modes of communication these days. Before we learn how to write a good email, let us first understand the features of an email. An email is one of the fastest and the simplest modes of communication. It is really simple to write an email, much more simpler than a letter too, and it is very fast. Emails are written for both formal and informal purposes. That means you can write emails for your friends. You can write them to your friends. You can write an email to ask for a leave officially in your offices also, to communicate with your fellow beings, to communicate with your colleagues, to communicate with your boss. You can write an email for students. If you need to pass on some information to your class teacher, you need to request for something, you need to write an application, you can do it through emails too. Emails are very cost and time effective. Okay. You hardly have to pay anything and you hardly have to spend time to write an email. So they are very cost and time effective. Messages can be both short and long with the advantage of sending attachments such as documents, photos, and even videos. So in normal letters, it is not possible that you start attaching something. You cannot attach videos to it. You cannot. Yes, of course, you can send some photographs if you want to send to somebody. But it is much more easier when you are sending your messages through emails, because you can just type your message. You can just write your message in the email and attach documents in case you have some documents, official documents to be sent, in case you need to send some photographs or some videos. This all can be done through a simple email. Same message, that means the same email, you can send it to more than one person with no extra cost or extra effort. All you have to do is to send a copy to somebody else too. So see how effective and how good an email is. It is far better than other modes of communicating your point to somebody else. There are many types of emails. It depends on the type of message that you would like to deliver. On the basis of this, we can categorize emails as message email. If you have to just simply send a message, that means you're going to write a message email. If you want to summarize something, for example, if you've had a meeting in the office and you just want to send the minutes of the meeting to all the ones who attended it, you will write a summary email. Follow-up email, in case you are already dealing with something and you just need to follow up that, you will write a follow-up email for the same. Request email. If you have to request somebody for something, then you are going to write an email. That email will be considered as a request email. Moving on to the most important part of our video, that is how to write an email. Now here I'm going to discuss steps of writing a good email. Once you are through with it, you will be able to write a very good email on your own. Step number 1 is to fill in the receiver's address. That means the person to whom you are writing your email. You need to fill in that person's address. Now, whenever you start composing your email, on the top itself, you will find a place where you have to fill in the receiver's address. The first thing over there is to. To means here you need to fill in the email ID of the person to whom you are sending your email. Here I'm taking an imaginary email ID, that is mohit777@gmail.com. I want to send my email to this person. So I have filled in this person's email ID over here. Now, as discussed earlier, emails, the same email can be sent to more than one person also. So you can add in more email addresses too. Now, the next box over there is carbon copy, CC. CC means carbon copy. I wish to send the carbon copy, the same email, to somebody else also. You can just add in more email addresses over here. For example, I wish to send this email to Mohit, but along with Mohit, I want Mark also to see this email. So I'm going to add Mark's email ID over here because I want him also to see this email. And if you have to send it to more people, you can keep adding those email IDs over here. Moving on to the third part, BCC. What does BCC mean? BCC stands for blind carbon copy. We generally see it over there, but we do not understand what it means. BCC means you can add in an email ID over here of a person whom you do not want others to know that you have sent the same email to. For example, here I told you I'm sending my email to Mohit. Okay, so this email is mainly for Mohit, but I want Mark to know the same details. Okay, so I've sent Mark, I'm going to send this email to Mark also. I've added him to the carbon copy. Mohit knows. Now, once I send this email, Mohit will know that I am sending the same email to Mark, and Mark will know that this email has gone to Mohit. But if there is somebody I do not want others to know about, I do not want they should know that I am sending this email to one more person, that person's email ID can be added over here. For example, there's somebody known as Sheena. I want Sheena to see this email, but I do not want Mark and Mohit to know that I have sent this email to Sheena. So I can add Sheena's email ID over here. Sheena will know I have sent the emails, the same email to Mohit and Mark, but the others will not know that Sheena is also seeing the same email. Once we have filled in the receiver's address, the next step is to fill in the subject. We fill subject in case of letters also, so same we will do here for email too. Subject has to be very short and crisp. You cannot write the complete message over here. Try to fit in your subject within 8 to 10 words. For example, in case you are writing this email to ask for leave, your subject can be application for leave. In case you want to inform somebody that you have arrived, you have reached, you can just simply write safe arrival. Now, once we have filled in the subject for the email, the next step is to write the body of the email. That means here you're going to type in the main message for which you're writing the email. But you cannot just start writing the message. You cannot jump onto things. You first need to say hello. That means the next step is to fill in the salutation. So you have to address the person to whom you are writing this email. A few ways to do that are, good morning, Miss Nikita. You know, these days for ladies, we do not write Mrs. We avoid that. You don't need to address their marital status. You can simply write Miss Nikita, Miss Sunita, Miss Barka. Dear so-and-so, dear, and the name of the person to whom you are writing your email. Another way is to say hello ladies, hello friends. In case you are writing your email to more than one, you can just simply write hello ladies, hello friends. Oh, very good morning to so-and-so. I mean, you will first write a very good morning followed by the name of the person to whom you are writing your email. So these are few examples as to how you can write your salutation. You can come up with your own new ways too. Now, once we have filled in the salutation, the next step is to start writing the message. So you first need to come up with an opening sentence. There is an example given here. I hope you are doing fine. I mean, you need to first start conversing with the person and then come to the main point. You can even start by writing, I hope you had a great weekend, in case you are sending this email on Monday or Tuesday. I hope to find you in good health and spirit. Once you have written the opening sentence, now you will come to the main point, that is the main body of the email, the reason why you are writing your email. I am reaching you out about, in case you have something to discuss or some message to deliver, you can use this sentence and continue with your main message. In case you are writing a follow-up, in case you have already discussed something verbally, or might be you are already discussing something through emails and you would like to further continue that, you can start like this, as discussed earlier, or you can write, this is about. I am getting back to you about. If you have already discussed something and you told that person that you will let them know about it, then you have to give a follow-up about it, then you can use this sentence also. I would like to request to you, in case you are requesting for something, some help, leave or something, then you can start with this sentence. After you have written the main message, the reason for which you wrote this email, at the end, you need to write the closing sentence. That means you need to conclude your email. So now we are going to learn how to close our email. Closing is also very important. Generally, for closing, we try to tell that person or thank that person for reading your email, or in case you need a reply, you need to write a sentence to remind that person that you are waiting for that person's reply. So the first way to end your email can be, I look forward to hearing from you. So you're just being humble, polite enough and telling that person that you are expecting a reply. Another way to write that is looking forward to a prompt response. Prompt means quick. So you are informing that person, reminding that person that that person needs to reply back soon. I would appreciate your early response. So here you're being very polite, but you are making your point clear that you need an early response. In case you have just sent in a message, or you've applied for leave, or you're requesting that person to give an early reply or to look into the matter that you have put your point across. So in that case, you can simply write, kindly look into the matter. These are just few examples from my side. You can change the closing of your email according to your own message. Once you've written the main message for which you're writing this email and you've written the closing sentence, the last step here is to put in your signature. That means you have to regard that person by giving your regards. So there are few ways by which you can end the email. You can write regards and followed by your name, regards Rohit Sareen. Another way to do it is yours sincerely, and since my name is Neha Barara, I'll just put in my name. Another way to do that is have a pleasant day followed by your own name. Have a pleasant day, Joy. Once we have finished writing the email, all we need to do is click on the send button. But before we do that, what do you say? Shall we revise once again? Oh yes, we'll do it. So here I have a sample email for all of you. You know, this email that I have written over here is based on a telephonic conversation. So, in case you have a telephonic conversation with somebody regarding some business deal and you want to pen it down, that means you want a written confirmation for that, then you can just follow this email. So, my sample email is based on a telephonic conversation. Now to start with the email, the first thing that we need to do is to fill in the receiver's address. Now for receiver's address, we have 3 boxes here. The first one is to. So here you will fill in the email ID of the person to whom you are sending your email. Second is carbon copy, CC. In case you wish to send your email to more than one person, you can fill in their email IDs here. And the third one is BCC, that is blind carbon copy. If you wish to send your email to somebody and you do not want others to know about it, you can just fill that email ID over here. Moving on to the next point, that is the subject. As discussed earlier, always remember the subject has to be very short and crisp. So since my email is regarding my telephonic conversation with this person today, I will simply write notes from today's call. After this, if you can see, there is another box here that is from. This box relates to the sender's address. Since I am sending this email, so my address, email ID will automatically come over here. You don't need to fill this. Once we are through with this, now we will start writing our email. And to write the body of the email, the first thing that we need to do is to fill in the salutation. So salutation we've already discussed. You can write dear so-and-so, hello so-and-so. Here I've written hi Chris. Followed by the opening sentence. So now we start with our message. But abruptly we cannot start. So we'll start with something very polite. It was great to speak to you today. The call certainly helped me get a much better understanding of the project. Just to confirm some of the things we agreed on the call. This is the opening. Now we'll write the main part. What were the main points discussed? The body. I will produce some mood boards based on the various sites we discussed. You were going to discuss internally when you might be able to deliver content. We arranged to next meet on the 16th at your office. The site had to be live by the 19th of next month, but this does not need to be the entire site. It can just be the home page and the top level product pages. So all this was discussed telephonically. Now I've penned it down. Now I have to conclude my email. So I have to write the closing sentence. The closing sentence that I've written is, let me know if I have misunderstood or missed anything. If I do not hear from you, I will presume the above is correct. Looking forward to seeing you on the 16th. And now the last thing is the signature. In signature, you can simply write regards, Paul. Or since my name is Neha, I'll simply write regards, Neha. Thanks, and my name. Yours sincerely, and my name. Humbled, and my name. All these can be a part of the signature. And now you just need to click on the send button. If I click on the send button, my email will reach that person within a second. See how simple it is? Here we have another sample email. Through this email, I am trying to respond to an email that came to me. I'm thanking this person for his email and discussing the things that I need to discuss. You can go through this email. I'm sure it is going to be helpful for you. You can note down a few points and a few lines which can be useful for you in future when you write your own emails. Have a look to it. Go through it carefully. Jot down the important points. Here is a sample email for students in case you would like to inform your class teacher and or your principal that you won't be able to come to school tomorrow. This is a sample for the email. I have another sample email for students again in case you need to inform your coach or your teacher and you would like to tell them that you're not well or there's some issue with you. This is another sample email for the same. Have a look to it, go through it. You can use it for your future emails. Thank you friends for going through my video. I'm really hopeful that you'll be able to write good emails on your own using the tips given by me. If you've liked the video, I request you all to subscribe my channel, like the video, and get in touch with me. Thank you so much. Bye for now. We'll meet soon.